on the makes of the 0 tangent. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Buckeyes will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Ohio's offense will be first on the attack. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
They'll leave it with him. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
He's got it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they would.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Bobcats will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Catches it at the 30. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense has its first opportunity of the day. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him.
It brings him to the open. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got room to work. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like every...
Touchdown, Ohio State! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fires deep on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Fires to the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with his 7-0 lead. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hendricks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Hand off to the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Carpenter. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. He might want another play. To the air. It's Sayin. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by 6 over Jacksonville State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys,
thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. You talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the 1st half. This has been all home team.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The run from the shotgun. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Looking to pass. It's Carpenter. Fires complete on the crosser. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Bobcats with the 1st and 10. They'll try it over the left side. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Off play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ohio! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds right in the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much.
He's got it on the outside. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Tate. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And off from the shotgun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the way he's throwing it right now, some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the tailback. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Dropping back, it's Carpenter. Here comes the heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes with the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Bobcats will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Bears the pressure. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Donaldson. Bulldozes his way through. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
This defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Makes the grab. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. A strike downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw, it's Carpenter. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll try the run. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. It'll be 3rd and long.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and take it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes one. It's complete. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Tate. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 2nd down coming up. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Finds a tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Give to the running back. Powers through the defender. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. The Bobcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Bobcats will punt this one away. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo.
There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Ohio State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they tacked on the extra point. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Set to kick this one away.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Got his man out of the backfield. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Bobcats look to keep this drive humming.
Base 27, John. Base 27, John.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Bobcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Bobcats decide to punt it away. coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
And the Buckeyes backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't.
It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Touchdown, Bobcats. The defense putting points on the board.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
And the returner goes down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.